Okay, so we're gonna talk about AI. But to really get to the heart of it, we need to start with a question you've probably asked or at least heard a dozen times about some new gadget that's totally taken over your life.
You know that feeling, right? You're using your phone for directions, maybe paying a bill online, and you just stop for a second, and you're kind of amazed but also genuinely confused about how we functioned before.
And it sounds so innocent, but really think about what you're saying. You can only ask that question if you remember a time before the thing. It means something went from being a weird new invention to something you can't live without. And it happened so quietly, you probably never even made a conscious choice about it.
And that brings us to this big idea we're going to explore, what I call the unseen current. It's this invisible force of new tech and new social rules that just pulls all of us along. And the thing is, it doesn't ask. It just takes you. I mean, think about it. Did you ever sit down one day and decide, you know what? I'm going to build my entire social and professional life around this little glowing rectangle in my pocket? Of course not. It just kind of happened. A friend got on a platform, then another, and bam, suddenly you're there too. You got swept up.
And it's so important to realize this current is way bigger than just tech. I mean, go back just 30 years, and people were lighting up cigarettes on airplanes. The idea of setting boundaries or talking about burnout, that just wasn't part of the conversation. These social currents, they shape our world just as much as any gadget.
And that is the absolute crucial point here. For most of us, with most of these big shifts, we're just passive participants. We don't actively choose to get swept away. We just sort of wake up one day and realize we're way downstream.
So, this all leads to a massive question. Are we the masters of our tools, or are our tools mastering us? And the answer, which might surprise you, has almost nothing to do with the technology. It has everything to do with you.
See, the current is only powerful because it flows into something we can call the vacuum. That's that inner silence, that feeling of boredom or discomfort when you're alone for even a minute. Modern tools are basically engineered to rush in and fill that space so you never have to ask those big, scary questions like, who am I? Or what do I really want?
And this right here is the whole game. The exact same smartphone can be two totally different things. For someone who knows where they're going, let's call them a master, it's an incredibly powerful tool. But for someone who's just kind of drifting, filling the silence, a drifter, the tool takes over. The technology is identical. The person using it is not.
And this is the real cost when you let the tool take over. It's not just about the hours you waste scrolling. All that external noise, all the pings and notifications, it literally drowns out that quiet internal voice that's trying to tell you what you actually want to do with your life.
Which, of course, brings us to the biggest current of our lifetime, the great AI multiplier. This technology is the ultimate test, isn't it? It's going to show us once and for all if we're masters of our tools or just drifters getting pulled along for the ride.
Right now, everyone is talking about AI. They're trying it, they're posting the crazy images it makes, but this is the question almost no one is stopping to ask first. And this question is the entire difference between using a powerful tool and just playing with a shiny new toy. Most of what we're seeing is just curiosity, not purpose.
Okay, let's think about this like a simple math problem. On one side of the equation, you've got all this directionless energy, this immense, unfocused curiosity people are pouring into AI without any real goal.
And then we're going to multiply that energy
By the unbelievable power of modern AI. This thing is a massive, massive force multiplier.
So what happens when you multiply a whole bunch of unfocused energy by an incredibly powerful tool? What do you get? You get zero, a big, fat zero. Why? Because 0 times a billion is still 0. Without direction, even the most powerful tool in history produces nothing of real, lasting value. It just generates noise, not progress. Things get made, things get shared, and then they're completely forgotten.
And this chart shows you exactly what that looks like. For the drifter, AI is just more noise, more distraction. The meaningful return is 0. But for the person with direction, the person who knows what they're trying to build, AI becomes true leverage. That's how you get 100 times your energy back.
So this brings us to the final and honestly the most important point of all of this. In an age of absolutely incredible tools, the most critical skill we need to develop has nothing to do with the tools themselves.
This is the heart of it all. This is the one thing that never changes. I mean, mastering AI prompts, that's temporary. Understanding how a neural network works, also temporary. But knowing yourself, Knowing what you're about, that is the foundation that makes any tool in any time actually useful.
So the real work, it isn't learning the tech. It's this. It's having the guts to just turn off the noise, to sit in that uncomfortable silence, and to ask the real question. And then, and this is the hard part, having the patience to wait for an answer that is truly, honestly your own.
AI is here. It is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools humanity has ever created. And there's no question, it's ready. The only question that matters now is, are you?